and gentlemen, and welcome to the Shades Plays Live. Here is part of RVTV. How we all doing, everybody? Woo, boy, is it good to be back. Back again, round two. We got going on here tonight. I'm excited. It's been a crazy week for the... had a lot of fun last week doing this. We're going to do it again, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to do it again. Don't mind me. I'm a little tired. Been running around been out all day. Actually just got to go see Avengers Endgame. No, I will not be spoiling again, and I ask that you do not as well. But yes, got to see Avengers Endgame. Very fun time. Oh, man. But yes, we are here, ladies and gentlemen, and it is time for us to get back at it again. So once again, I say, if you're gonna leave now, I have one word for you, my friends. Objection! Don't worry, we're not gonna play the whole song again, but here we are, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy at Part 2, Turnabout Sisters. This is gonna be fun. There we go. Now people are starting to come in here. Give me a wave in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know you're here. Say hi. How you doing? Get the music going on in here. So for those who missed out last time we got introduced to our lovable protagonist, Phoenix Wright. Learn how him becoming a defense attorney and saving his best friend from a wrongful conviction. And we were warned that a promise that Phoenix had made to his mentor, Mia Fey, may no longer be kept. We'll have to see how that plays out, ladies and gentlemen. Turn myself up a little bit here. If I sound a little off tonight, bear in mind that we've been rearranging the back room. So I am not currently. I'm at my desk, but my desk is not at its old location. I used to be located in my little private sector there on the far left side, but now I'm over here, a little more open. But we will be fixing that soon, at least somewhat. I'll be getting my green screen's going back up tomorrow, and I'll have my soundproofing back up as well. So before long, things will be back to normal in terms of sound, and hopefully, if all goes according to plan, this will be my last week of hiatus. I will be finally getting back to recording Anime Takeover this Thursday, so things should be back on track after this week. So we could give you guys the update on that, but let us not waste any more time. Let us get this started. Hello, this is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been busy. How you been? Well, lonely. And it's all your fault. I'm just teasing. I've been great. Finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha, so what is it this time? It's a clock. Clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay, we'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. I wonder who this Maya is. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not configurous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh, my dear Miss Faye, I'm so very sorry. But I'm afraid I must ask for you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. Red, white, blue. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. That smell. Blood. Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Smell. Blood! Yes. Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Who are you? Strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. Went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Chief. Well, let's do some digging around. Well, first of all, encrusted with dry blood. Ironic that this became the murder weapon. Again. Shards of glass are scattered on the floor. Seem to be the remains of a glass light stand. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this. If there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. There's some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Anything else that seems like a clue here? Piece of paper. Must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Orders written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya, did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. I think that's enough stooping around for now. I better call the police. Find out what that girl was doing here. Girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yikes! Don't scare me like that! Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya Faye. Maya Faye? Maya? Mia was writing that girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Actually, let me do one thing real quick. Guys, notice. Almost forgot about this. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Police, please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window. He's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Now we can talk to Maya. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened?
I came in. The room was dark. And Sis...
So she was already dead. So you're the chief's
sister. I'm her younger sister.
You were here visiting? This late at night?
Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her.
Evidence?
Yes. It was that clock. It was the thinker.
Before Mia died, she wrote a message down with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt.
That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name?
Please, just calm down.
Why would Sis write my name?
Uh-oh. Now I've done it. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Alright, I'm Detective Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great, just great. Maya, wait, she wouldn't have... Whoa! Excuse me! Does word Maya here mean anything to you?
That's my name.
What? The victim threw this here on her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name.
Killer? I'm not...
Case closed! You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am.
What?
Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours beginning at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. I have more poor Maya locked up like a criminal.
Oh! It's you, the lawyer. Good morning.
Good morning. She looks so tired.
Are you gonna be my attorney?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I better give it to her straight. It's up to you.
Up to me?
Yes. I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here.
They're never gonna believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it.
Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought.
It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you.
Heard? Heard what about me?
I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court.
Wow, really? How'd that go? was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. Ha! So he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strikes fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. Think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Wow, that's confidence. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia... I know. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes. That clock shaped like the Thinker. One Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered. That detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the Thinker clock that Larry made. Practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. So you're an acolyte, or medium in training? That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait! What? So, you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We could just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that'd be too easy. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call her. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10 o'clock. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen?
They're getting me until 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back! According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. Must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal! No trespassing! Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Ah, guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right, and you were... Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go call me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. Yeah. You're a lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. All right. You can see the report, but that's all. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know that and what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth? That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Oh, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredible young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. Never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. You think you could give it back? Sure, I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer? Uh-oh, he's on me. Okay, I can't be straight with this guy, but what should I tell him? Something the matter? Oh, no, that carrying strap on the cell phone. This? Says the Steel Samurai, warrior Neo Old Tokyo. Steel Samurai? That action hero on TV? Yeah. See, that strap is a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct. That what she said? Yes. Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here you go. Seems you didn't notice the recorded conversation. Guess I've asked all the questions I need to. Y'all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait! One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to the witness. Anyway, you better not. No influence in a witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness?
Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her.
Well, you just told me her name, Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already then?
Haha, you're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial.
So, she's still in the hotel across the way. Guess I should know better. Guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information.
You got that right, pal.
Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Let's see. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. I'm myself, thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting. I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fane Company Law Office's building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to reorganize the face from this distance, though. Bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! What are you doing? No touching! Oh, bad boy! You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was gonna explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. You think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, absurd incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that occurred, happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on! If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No! Hey, I'm just doing my job here! You know, you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no! And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh, boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Oh, what amazing powers of observation! You must be one of those famous detectives like on television. Oh no, not me. I'm just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. Let's get out of here. Let's get back to Grossenberg. See if he's back yet. That wasn't the most over-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard.
So you're the one they say has been looking for me.
Yes, that's me. Looks even grander than I imagined.
A badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now?
Yes, well, yes.
And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed.
Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you?
Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it?
Well, sir, actually it's about Maya. Maya Fey.
Ah, yes, Maya Fey. Go on.
Why the strange reaction?
Ta-ta. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible.
Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow?
Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion.
What's going on? He refused before I even got a chance to ask him. Wait till Maya. How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case.
Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see.
But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye.
Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere.
Think not.
Huh? Did you say something?
I think not, I said.
What do you mean?
I'm terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy.
Why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I have nothing more to discuss with you.
What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey?
He worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one.
That's quite a painting.
Ha ha! You noticed? It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you.
I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale.
I'm not buying! Jeez. Well, I guess we gotta break the news to Maya. She ain't gonna be happy. Hiya. Oh, you're back! Did you find the lawyer? Well, I tell her. Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. Oh, that hurts. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. And I don't know where my mother is. Oh no. So she could still be alive. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life.
Ruined?
After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I'd lose my powers. Feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. So who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation.
I see.
Wright.
Excuse me?
That was his name. My sister told me.
White.
Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess.
4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? I just leave her and go home? Fuck no! I've made up my mind. I'm gonna defend you whether you want me to or not.
Why?
Why? Well... no one's as sad as a person without any friends. I know, I've been there. A long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me.
So kind of you.
Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here.
Right, thank you.
Whew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right?
Yes, and I trust you. So you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal. So what next? There's something that's been bugging me. So what was inside that strange woman's drawer? So when I tried to look into the drawer, she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Well, not much else we can do here, but I'm pretty sure that was a clue of where I need to go next. Back to the hotel.
Good afternoon, sir.
Excuse me, you are...
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm the bellboy of this establishment. At your service, sir.
Oh, right.
I've just come up to deliver room service, sir.
Do you know where Miss May might be?
I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy.
Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit.
I almost forgot.
Ah! Came back quick.
Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there's a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned.
Oh, right, sure. Mr. White? Blue Corp? I heard that name.
Wright. That was his name. My sister told me.
Wright was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Well, we already know what to check. There's a screwdriver sticking out of the half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. Huh? What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. All right, I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake, I'll get to this bottom. I mean, you know what I mean.
Oh, bellboy, still there?
Uh-oh, time to scram. Look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. Of course, we're gonna save. But don't worry, we're not gonna end it here, folks. We're just getting started in this son of a bitch. So let's continue. Time to go to court. It's time to meet the main antagonist of this particular series.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it.
The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then.
If we may call our first witness, Your Honor, the prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. Well, I'm the detective in charge of homicides down to the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let us use this floor map at the office. Very well, sir. Let us use the floor map at the office to explain. Body was found by this window here. The cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blood object, sir. Murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. Court accepts the statue as evidence.
They're still calling it a statue. Now, Detective.
Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people already there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? Couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. This. If my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. Worked lots of times. Should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Alright, well, we need to verify a few things here. Let's go ahead and press this. Hold on just one second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
You did say it. You said it.
Exactly what about this suspicious one in Pink's claim was her hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than a claims detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes.
Gah!
Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about at first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination.
Well, Gumshoe, I believe I've already found the contradiction here. Because, let's see. Before she died, how could she do that if death was instantaneous? Objection!
Detective Gumshoe! There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But... No butting your way out of this one, detective. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Oh, Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon. When exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? It was the day after the murder. Prosecution's point being? That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to blow from blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts this evidence. I can't talk tonight. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn! This isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service.
Order! An introduction shall not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Aw, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. He's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the famed company law offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, and then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy.
Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see any need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies.
Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Well, fuck yeah, I am!
I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edward doesn't want me to. He has to have some weakness.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
Aha! Yeah, about that. Let's press that.
Hold it!
How did you know it was my client?
Huh? Well, gee. First of all, she had a girl's physique. And secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her?
She has a point.
Hold on a minute! That testimony stinks!
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of those things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
Wow! What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all that trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn, I almost had her.
I did see everything. I did! The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. She hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did! That clock! That kind of statuey clock. The thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Tee!
I see. I wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
Not me, Cure. In fact, I've already found the problem. Yeah, that one right there. Objection! Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer.
You just said this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person, much the same position as you, recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder.
Order!
Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Oh.
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
Objection! But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Now, only once.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Ooh, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question.
How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
So, you've been to the Law Office of Fame Company.
No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The Law Office of Fame Company, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. That clock is missing its clockwork!
How could you possibly?
Just take a look, right now!
Oh,
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
it is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is, as you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar! Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction.
That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening, and now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed was... Well, that's actually pretty easy. It's the cell phone conversation. Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone.
Oh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order! Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it.
Good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
Gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
You damn right I do. The witness claims she had seen it before. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
Why? Right there, the clock and the thinker itself. It's simple.
This clock was never in any store, ever!
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Someone's a little pissed.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh, sorry. Did I, lose it? I guess I did.
Gary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because the witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Well, if all those clues weren't telling you what exactly to present, time to bring out our secret weapon. Take that! Have a look at this.
That.
I found this in Miss May's room. Miss Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not?
Oh.
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous! Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely! Even if that were the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Yeah, what's up?
You haven't called in a while.
Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on for me. Again, what is it this time?
It's a clock.
It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time.
Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May!
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question!
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippy tapping her irrelevant?
Gosh, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone! I hardly call that irrelevant! While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil, evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way!
Way, I say, way! Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee? You know, like normal coffee, but cold. You don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee.
Ice coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene of the crime of the murder. So what does that leave us?
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone.
However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fay, commit murder. No! They're gonna let her just walk away? There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. There's really not much we can do with Miss May at this point, but she did bring up another name. Why don't we bring that bellboy to the stand? The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunk in quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness.
Condition?
If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fay. That is my condition. What? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What did I do? Alright, I've got nothing to lose except, well, for everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. The tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call at 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for a nice coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved in the murder now, Maya will be finished.
press this a little bit. Precisely 9 o'clock then.
Precisely, exactly. And most definitely, sir, 9 o'clock p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then.
Oh, bellboy, tee. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock.
Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 o'clock, sir.
Why would you be so particular about the time? You're sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought her the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embarrasser, sir.
Embarrasser? Is that French for embrace?
It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek.
Why would she have done that?
I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir.
Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. No good! There's nothing there! Is that it?
Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand.
Can't let this happen, can I? Wait! Please wait!
Yes? Does the defense have something to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that's all.
Okay, this is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Stick to the room service. Tell me again about our room service.
Again, sir? Exactly 9 o'clock, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 is the charge, as I recall.
I see. $18? That seems a bit expensive.
Yes, well, iced coffee for two, you know. And we don't skip on the ice, sir.
What did he say? What did you say?
Rather, quite.
Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room?
I object! That was objectionable! Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, sir, you, didn't ask.
Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention!
Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if it was... If I was specifically asked, sir.
You fool! Oh ho ho ho! I've done it! I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room.
That's right, sir.
Your Honor, we have just learned another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person?
Simple. It was... the man who checked in with Miss May! Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man for this court!
Ugh! Upstart, amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough! The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all for today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned.
Gotcha, bitch. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there.
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know.
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, sent shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well, no, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May, he's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir!
I'm gonna find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Yes.
Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. We're gonna go a little longer than last time, but we're gonna finish this episode tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going until it's done.
Well, hello. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place like this. It's really quite moving.
Not, you stinking lawyer! I hope you die!
Have you come to laugh?
Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May! No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask.
Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head?
Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard.
So what is it you wish to ask of me then,
Starters, how did you get to be totally whacked? Let's just go ahead and ask everything. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on.
No way, Jose.
Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone?
Aw, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal.
Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May.
Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school. Creep.
Why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person.
Oh, that does it! Bottom-feeding scum-sucking lawyer!
Bottom? Can't tell, does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me? Not much we can do here. Let's go ahead and head back to Grossberg. I got a funny feeling about what happened yesterday. Huh? So Grossberg is out today again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. Wait a minute. First things first. Well, there's the elephant in the room. Let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick. What's this? No photos. There's just two lines here. It's been written in pencil on the back. DL6 in Exhibit A, DL6 Incident Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these.
I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. I guess I'll borrow this photo. Sure, I'm gonna miss just one of them. Let's take the other one. I have a feeling that one is gonna be more important. Also... Wait a second! Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on that wall? Yeah, it was a painting of... Wasn't it? It wasn't a very memorable painting anyhow. Alright, not much else we can do here, so let's go ahead and head back to the hotel. Ah, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself. Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you in the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your effort today can only help the Gatewaters rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yes. Our reputation will swell as the hotel where a murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It will be great for business, sir. Whoa! This man hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderized coffee. I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream. So, you are our honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you. Actually, I'd like to bring something to you. Take a look at this photo. That's him, detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. Oh, no, I don't. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that it's him? Affidavit? This guy's way too excited about this. Yeah, let's go ahead and have him write that. Well, sure, why not? Yes! I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Just hurry up and write it! Not even Miss May can play dumb to this. Well, I think that's, Now we've got something on Miss May. You again? Can't you take a hint and stay gone? Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me. Oh, so it's my fault now? You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart. That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. Alright. What can you tell us about this guy? Have a look at this. Look, I've said several times, I'm not telling you... Where did you... Aha! A reaction! This is him, isn't it? What? Who? When? Why? It is him! This is the man who stayed in your hotel room the night of the murder! No, that's not right! Nice try, Miss Cooperative. Do you have proof that was him? Yeah, proof! Show me proof! So close. Matter of fact... Could you have a look at this? What's that? The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw, such as the man you checked in with, who was most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb. If indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press. What? Even though he should have been a witness to a murder your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation. Fine, I'll talk. You win, lawyer. Yes! Man, that felt good. Great to be alive. Why are you pumping your fists in the air? Now, tell me about the man you were with. That man, he's my boss. Red White, the president of the information gathering conglomerate Blue Corps. Red White? Information gathering? Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency. So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder. I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her. It's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White myself. You tell me where Blue Corps is located? Mr. Red White, at last. Finally, a lead on this guy. April May couldn't have done it. That leaves him. Time to take action. We don't need that anymore. Well, I think it's time we pay Mr. White a little visit. Surreal decor.
Welcome! Please furnish me with the title of your personage. What's up? Your name! What's your name? I was just inquirably asking of the title of you that you go by.
Wright. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably.
Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous! Perhaps I have intimidated you with my gigantesque vocabulary.
What is this guy's problem?
I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the worldly challenge.
What a fruitcake!
Let me guess. You're an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you come to me like this.
What does he mean by that?
No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself?
Yipes! This guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. Ooh, boy. Go ahead and talk to him about a few things. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not?
Correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear what she has done.
She has done? You mean the wiretap?
Indeed. She is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this.
Sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room?
Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy.
Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly.
No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. I still want to talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that.
He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? He could have seen the same thing as April May.
Oh ho ho! The police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys. Playthings for my amusement.
What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway?
Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future, you might say. We are the future.
Sell information?
In just 10 years, I've built this business up into the grand office you see now. In case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. I, Red White of Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. Fantabulistic, is it not?
There's something that's been bothering me.
Yes, what might that be?
That big painting on the wall over there. You know, I've actually seen that painting before.
Oh?
Just yesterday, actually.
Your point being?
My point is simple, or rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall?
Mr. Wrong, was it?
Right.
It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you?
A lawyer.
No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer. Worth nothing. Zilch, zippo, nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Bird.
What?
Ah! Oh! Oh! Ugh.
Punched me!
Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do? Charge me with assault? Charge away, I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty.
What?
Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding.
So you say. I wonder, is that kind of control really possible?
I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your comprehension. Compensation. You came here from Grodyberg's, I presume.
Mr. Grossberg's. Yes.
Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle. There is nothing more to discuss.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need to talk to Grossberg about this one. Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing there. Maybe I should clear my throat.
Ahem! Zulfin Jehoshaphat! Oh, you!
What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days.
Huh? I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering him, that much is clear. So you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. Couldn't get a wink of sleep.
Really? What was that?
Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe her my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have the right to know.
Right, Mr. Wright. No, I'm sorry. It's just, I need more time to think about it, my boy.
He does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. So I paid Blue Corps a visit.
Oh, I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me.
Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy.
You see, it's just... Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? One you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it. Today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corps. Red White's office.
So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes, and I know what it is. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail? I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof.
Very well. This may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so I can finally rest easy again. After all, you were Mia's understudy. Perhaps it was fate.
What's he talking about?
Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corps is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now.
15 years?
All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed.
The back of those photographs.
As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did. So that's the connection. It's hard for me to tell you this, my boy, but arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What?
They're bound, unable to do harm to themselves and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years.
What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than the sergeant code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium. Her name was Misty Fay.
Faye?
Indeed. She was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police. And she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud.
This was what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all I could for her, and in the end cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. The case is the DO6 incident.
Why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The DO6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him.
You told White.
He offered me riches. It's an embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail.
See.
White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet if you were still challenging, have a close look at Mia's office.
Mia's office?
She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
I think it's time we give him back something. We don't exactly need this anymore anyway. Sorry, sir. I borrowed this.
Ah, so it was you, my boy.
Who is this man?
It's a long story. I'll be needing that back now.
I don't want to talk about it for some reason. Better give it back to me, Miss Phil. We don't need it anymore anyway. But now we know where to go. Back to the office. Funny, looking at this room, it seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. Probably not gonna find much here. The cases the chief ever worked on are filled with files here. Now that I will order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? Let's see, J through S. Not much in here. Maybe I'll just skim some of this. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. Biggest parts here at the end of S. Suicide. Ew. It's a collection of suicide reports. Politicians, policemen. Just writing on most of these in pencil. White. This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Gotcha. All right. Hey, White.
Well, aren't you persistent?
Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you.
Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear?
Transparent. Yeah, problem with that. It's the only clue that Mia left me. Better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life.
And this concerns me how?
I found this article in Mia's office.
Is Mia?
He had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You were blackmailing him.
Blackmail?
Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all of the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I?
What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong, what is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, no, no. I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia.
Secretary's office, hello?
Mr. Wrong will be leaving now.
Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. White. You're wrong, Mr. White.
Excuse me?
What I should be doing now is going after you!
Just what are you insinuating?
Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it!
We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office.
Of course, sir. 1 moment, please.
Wait, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor? I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify.
What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court.
Quietude! I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed and could be violent.
What? What man?
Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man.
What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those.
Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to be correct. I'm telling you to send the police now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer. As was Miss Mia.
How dare you!
I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent.
I feel faint.
Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir! Ah, Butts! Harry Butts!
Right, actually, Phoenix Wright, and my friend's name is Larry.
Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey.
What?
Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong.
Can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's gonna set a trap for me. The prosecution will be in on it, of course. Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Right! Mr. Wright! Oh, Maya! Great, they let you out of detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Now I'm afraid we switched places. What? You mean you? I explained what happened to Maya. I don't believe it! How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This is going too far! Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well... Well, you could cheer for me in court. Cheer for you? You mean, like a cheerleader? Huh? Yeah, like that. All right, leave it to me. Huh? I better go get a uniform or some pom-poms. Wait! What? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way. You really... No, really, I was kidding. But thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. There really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. Times may change, yet with crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finished in a day, most with a guilty verdict. Never thought I'd end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow, it's me or him. So, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready to bring this son of a bitch down? Let's end this.
Well, I guess this is it.
Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today.
Phoenix, look!
Huh? Prosecutor Edgeworth?
Received a call from the chief prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith the judge will listen to me.
Does White have a judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm gonna be guilty. End of story.
I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything.
Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this?
Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is to get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy.
Edgeworth, you've changed.
Phoenix, you know him?
Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix?
Well, court will be starting soon.
What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not...
I'll be defending myself.
What?
Okay, let's do this.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this?
Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself.
Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime.
I see. The prosecution may call its witness.
That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's gonna raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Forget it. I smell a trap.
I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage?
Your name.
Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my elocutions confused?
Name! These two are great together.
My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I'm the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corps. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder. Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there. Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White, you may begin your testimony.
If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. I don't even feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing.
Ho ho ho! I hope you've made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer.
Let him have it, Phoenix.
Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction, and then it was all over. Things occurred as you testified that I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Well, let's go through here, shall we? Yeah. Kind of a little hesitant about that one, isn't he? Let's press it. Hold it! Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened.
Of course, comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail.
Ah! And got you, you son of a bitch! I just got one word for you, Mr. White. Objection! Wait right there! Mr. White, you've dug your own grave!
What is this?
You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated the victim ran right!
Oh, it is simple. You have misheard her.
I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd?
Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did.
Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. We did witness the killing. Wait a second!
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court?
Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once.
Ha! I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction.
There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts.
What?
Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel!
Mr. Wright, what do you mean?
Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Company, of course! More specifically, he was standing here! Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. Take that! This is where he was! Look! When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left! Please! This is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing!
Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt! Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting?
Rapscallion! The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor.
Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer.
What now? He's laughing?
The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony.
Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy.
Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you insulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, about that. I believe this has something to say.
Objection! Mr. White!
The victim died from a single blow!
Uh,
What do you have to say to that?
uh,
Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively correct?
I will refrain from using this phrase from now on.
Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony.
The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite.
The witness is confused because he's lying! I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor!
Yeah, we want justice! Don't let him get away! Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony.
Crowd's on my side. I'm slipping out of this now, White.
Mr. White? Okay. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then, she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap!
Oh, he's already getting nervous.
Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting.
Deal with it. This is almost over. Well, right out the gate, other window, I'm gonna press that a little bit. You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing?
That, the glass light stand.
Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah, very odd. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White.
What?
You're saying you saw the glass light stand?
Yes.
Then change your testimony to reflect that.
Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Oh, okay, of course.
And just like that, we got you, bitch. Objection! Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the light stand.
What?
The stand broke into pieces when it fell. Ugh. Just by seeing the broken pieces, you would have had no idea it was a light stand. So tell me, exactly when was it that you saw the stand? Answer the question!
Isn't it obvious? I saw the stand before it fell over.
So, you saw the stand before the victim was attacked then?
Correct. That would be no problemo, right?
There's a big problem here.
What problem is this?
Mr. White, let me make sure I have this straight. You saw the glass break stand through the window from the hotel before the incident occurred?
Correct. That is so. It's conclusive, definitive, undeniable, unimpeachable.
No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand.
What? Why couldn't he? You have proof?
I sure do, Your Honor. A person in the hotel room could not have seen the stand before it fell over. Look at this.
These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes?
Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. As you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you'd be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that?
Ridiculosity!
Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized that broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
Yeah!
And the breakdown.
Mr. White?
Mr. White? You did it, didn't you?
Your Honor, Miss Mia.
Like you're about to get our verdict.
That's far enough, Phoenix Wright.
What? I forgot about Edgeworth!
Mr. White,
I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now?
What?
I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap.
The wiretap? Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this.
Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay.
What does that have to do?
Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who?
No, you wouldn't.
Mr. White, I order you, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct?
Correct! You are most correct, now.
Give me a break!
Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay Company law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth.
Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. White would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer.
I see.
However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to the office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is.
Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Ahem, leave it to me.
I feel faint.
It was at the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fane Company law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So, you saw the fan before the night of the incident. This is how you were able to identify what had fallen over, by the sound. Correct! That is right. I see. Well, very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Well, there's really not much we can do, so we're just gonna press everything. Do you have proof?
Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right.
Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May?
Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay and Company law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's.
If I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints.
Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went into the Fay and Company law offices. Of course, I done so to place the wiretap. Now, let's keep pressing.
Why did you tap Mia's phone?
This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality.
Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand?
The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess I made a lasting impression on it. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all.
Damn it. Nothing there for you to press him on. Well, maybe he's ratted out enough that I can bluff out of something out of him. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo! Tisk, tisk. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore.
Mr. Wright, are you giving up?
Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Huh? Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Mia? Where am I? Waiting lobby. What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Gah! Hey, Phoenix! Gak, that's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're... Maya? Didn't you know that Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So Maya's channeling you, Mia. That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But... we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in your courtroom, right? Oh yeah! The one you wrote Maya on. Phoenix, White wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. Front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand? Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th? That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony?
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder.
He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Time to end this.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. As a defendant, rather, are you all right, Mr. Wright?
Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now.
Then let's start where we left off.
Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you.
But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter?
I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Well, we already know exactly what to do. Beginning of September, huh? I just have one glorious word for you, my friend. Objection! Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt.
The other side?
Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of the receipt?
Well, a glass light stand and the date of purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder!
You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay and Company law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there! Yeah! And there's the true breakdown. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances.
Very well. Then, that is all for the trial of...
Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. Eh? What? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry. This isn't gonna be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence.
I see. Objection denied.
What?
Completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow.
No! There's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with or just make up something. You showed up to help me and all.
Mr. Your Honor,
May I go home?
of course. Thank you for your time.
The witness will stay! Mia! Phoenix! Read this note out loud. Mia? What's this? Your Honor, if I may.
You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright.
You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I'd like to read to the court. Emma Mia had given you as a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened.
Stop! Desist! Halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How? How did you get that list?
Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press.
I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss VFA with the thinker.
Case closed, Your Honor.
Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
you've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense.
Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. You knew how how spirited it was.
Well, this court finds the defense, rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations. You're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here's running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say! Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say 9 o'clock? The office. I'll see you later. Chief! Mia! In here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Yeah. I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face! Mia! What are you talking about? It's me, Maya! Maya? What, did I look like my sister? Look like you were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright and Company law offices, right? And who better than me, Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick! Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick. You know what this means? We're partners. You know, I think about it. It is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright and Company law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah! Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Thank you, Akira. Right, okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy. Burgers! There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a-wasting. Okay, wait up. And there we go. Turnabout Sisters. And next time, we'll be dealing with the strangest case of this first game. Woo-wee! That was a blast. Ah. Again, I love that this was the case that made me realize there's something to this. The tension, the heart, the characters, just everything. I love this case. So I'm so, again, it fills me with pride to be able to share this with you guys. So thank you guys for joining me on this one. But that is going to do it for us here tonight. Now, we're going to keep doing this. And hopefully next week my audio will be back to normal. I'll be able to, it'll be nice and clear again. And maybe I'll even be on camera next time. I'll probably have my green screen set up ready to go. So I'll be able to be on camera to do this stuff. Which means you'll actually get to see me with these with the girly voices. Oh, actually, that's a good question. I did get at least a couple more trading cards. I've gotten a couple already from the first case. So let me see what I got. Ooh, no duplicates. I am happy with that. So I got force rating cards for this. Where are they? That's not... Ah, here we go. So I got... The previous time I got Maya Fey and Franziska von Karma. And on this run, I got Emma Sky and Godo. I got me a Godo card, bitches! Delicious as a nice cup of coffee. Alright, so this gives me an idea of how long these streams are going to go from here on out. Obviously, they're going to start getting longer and longer as we go. Again, I get the feeling that the 4th and 5th episodes, I'm probably going to be splitting up into 2 parts, because they get long, especially the 5th case in this game. That literally goes forever. So I might be pushing that off into a 2-parter. But we will be covering all of the first games. And again, the turnout, again, you guys have been awesome showing up here, filling me with pride, filling me with confidence to keep this going. So we will be back next week to keep this these streams going, for sure. But with that said, it's time for me to wrap things up here tonight. I want to thank you guys for joining us. Of course, make sure you follow me if you want to keep up with these streams. Subscribe if you want to help support the channel. Of course, there's also my Patreon page. Big shout out to all my patrons as well for that. Of course, Frozen Traveler and Voice more specifically for your super contributions there. So shout outs to you guys. And of course, make sure you follow on YouTube. If you missed most of this, you want to catch up on the rest of it, the VOD will be up on YouTube immediately following, so you won't miss out on that. And you can also, if you missed last week, you can go watch the first episode and see how this story began. And of course, like I said, follow me on YouTube as well, because Anime Takeover will be back next week. If all goes according to plan, we will be back on schedule. I've been wanting to get back to those anime reviews. I am itching to get back to recording, so please don't miss out on those. Be much appreciated. And of course, RVT, the Discord's down there. If you're new here and you haven't been to the Discord yet, check that out. And of course, all the other stuff as well over on our other channel, RVT Entertainment. You guys know the drill by now. But in the meantime, I want to thank you guys for joining me as always here on The Shades Plays on The Shades, and we will see you guys next time. Rock on! Special thanks to my patrons like Voice and a Frozen Traveler. Subscribe today to make these streams even better.